Hello students, good morning. This is your live class of English literature and today we are going to discuss about the third lesson of your textbook First Flight. Okay? Dear students, the name of the chapter is Two Stories About Flying. Two stories about flying. Okay? In this chapter, there are two very inspiring stories. Okay? And first one is about a seabird named Seagull and his family. Okay? In this story, the writer describes how a young bird learns to fly. Okay? And the second story is about a pilot. And who is the pilot? The narrator is himself a pilot. He describes about his journey. He describes how he was flying an aeroplane from France to England. Okay? And how he lost his way due to a storm. Okay? So we discuss about the first story, and first one is his first flight. Okay, students? The first story, the first part of this chapter is his first flight, and second one is the black aeroplane. Okay? So here the word his represents a young bird. A young bird named Seagull. Okay? In this story, the writer describes about willpower, about accepting the challenge. Okay? We have to accept the challenge. We have to try. We have to try to do the best always. We should never lose our hope while in danger. Your willpower makes you winner. If you have willpower, then you can win. If you have no willpower, if you have no great efforts, then you can't win. Because will equal to win. Win comes will. Okay? So in this chapter, the writer describes about willpower. We should believe ourselves. We have to trust. We have to believe in our ability. You have to believe in your ability. Okay? And we have to overcome our fear. Okay? The story gives a message that we always try to accept the challenge and we always believe our ability. Believe in our ability. Believe yourself. You can and you will. Never say, I can't do this. I can't do this. No. I can. I can and I will. The message the writer wants to give that everybody, if you have willpower, if you have desire, if you want to do, then you will do, you can do. Never think negative. Suppose that if you are in danger, don't think that I can't do. Don't lose your hope while in danger. You have to fight with the situation. Always try to do your best efforts. Okay? Here, a young bird, seagull, how he was trying to fly and how he became successful at last. Okay? So the first story is his first flight. Means a young bird, seagull, his efforts, how he tried, how he learns to fly. Okay? So dear students, this is a very inspiring story. The story inspires you. Okay? So a young seagull who learns how to fly. He always afraid to fly. But at last he could fly due to his great efforts, due to his willpower. Okay? So at first, I would like to tell you that in this story, there are 6 members. Young seagull, he has 6 members in his family. First one is father seagull. Second one, mother. 2 brothers and 1 sister. Okay? Father, mother, 2 brothers and a little sister and 1 himself. He himself. So there are 6 members in his family. Okay? Seagull has 6 members in his family. His father, mother, 2 brothers and a little sister. Brothers and his little sisters, they had already learned how to fly, and they were flying here and there, to and fro, up and down. But he was always afraid to fly. Okay? He used to sit on a ledge. What do you mean by ledge? Dear students, suppose that this is a sea level. Okay? And here you can see mountainous wall, side walls. Okay? And here this is a ledge of stones. Young seagull always used to sit on a ledge, a stone. Here. Okay? When he saw miles of deepness, height, he always afraid. He wanted to fly, but when he looked inside, downside, downward, he always became fearful and came back on the ledge, brink of ledge. Okay? But his brothers, 2 brothers and a little sister, they already had learnt how to fly. But he was afraid. Okay? Dear students, he felt about himself. He felt sure that if he tried to fly, he would fall into the sea. It was his weak point. He felt sure that if he tried to fly, he would fall into the sea, into the water. Okay? That's why he did not try to fly. He remained there on that ledge, sitting and watching his brothers, parents, who were flying up and down, to and fro, here and there, without fear. His little sister, brothers, they also had very tiny wings, but they could fly. They were flying, but he was sitting and watching. Okay? His parents threatened him. You always sitting here and demanding for food. Try to fly, that he would starve. They threatened him. What? He would starve on the ledge. They taunted him. They scolded. They always try to scold him. You are sitting here. You are not trying to fly. Why? Lazy, coward. And they also boosted him off. Boosted up also. Yes, you can try. But he did not care. He only sitting there. He was sitting there. And he did not try to fly due to the weak point. What was that? That he would fall into the sea. Okay, students? His parents, brothers, sisters, they always taunted him, making him fun. Parents decided, his parents means his family decided to leave him. And one day his parents left him. They went away. He was sitting on the ledge and he was watching to his family. His parents, they went away. They left him. 24 hours passed. Means after 24 hours, he was watching. He wanted some food. He wanted for some food. But nobody came to him. He was sitting there and waiting for some food. But nobody came there. His parents left him. He was watching. Someone will come, but nobody came. He was sitting there. And he began to feel very hungry. He was also very hungry, and he was feeling heatness of the stone ledge. Okay? He was very hungry and he was waiting for some food, but nobody came there. He was watching towards opposite cliffs of stones, side walls. Like him, his family members, his mother, father, brother and sisters, where his family was enjoying the food. His brothers and sister, they were flying. They were flying, they were diving fishes. They were eating food. They were scraping the pieces of fish. They were enjoying of food. Okay? They were enjoying food. They were eating food. His father, his mother, he was looking at them. But nobody cared. Nobody looking at him. Only they were lying. They were lying there and they were enjoying food. He was looking. He was watching there and he was waiting for some food. Okay? This time he was very upset. He was looking towards his mother. He was confident that his mother would come and she would feed him. But she did not come. Only she was watching towards him. She was scraping. She was tearing up pieces of fish. And he was waiting for some food. He pleaded. He pleaded his mother for some food. He was looking at her mother, at his mother, and pleaded. But at last, his brothers and sisters, they were flying, they were eating, they were catching fish and they were eating fish and they were enjoying. But he was sitting alone on that ledge. He had no any option. Okay? He was very fearful. He was afraid to fly. But he was hungry right now. That's why he was waiting for some food. But the family who were sitting opposite walls, opposite cliffs, they did not come to him. At last, he pleaded to his mother for some food. Okay? And his mother tried to tempt him. His mother took a piece of fish on her beak and flew away. When she came to him, very close to him, but she wanted to tempt him. This is a piece of fish, means food for him. And her mother was trying to tempt him. Take it, catch it. Okay? Finally, because he was very hungry, he jumped to catch the flesh, to catch the piece of fish, and he fell down. Okay? When he jumped to catch, he fell down with a piece of fish. His mother wanted to tempt him with a piece of fish, and he tempted. He jumped to catch the fish, and after that he fell downward. Okay? Right now he had no any option. There was no any other option except flying. Okay? He opened his wings and started flapping. Started flying. The beginning, few minutes, he was afraid, he was very fearful, he was very upset, he did not understand what to do, but after some time, his fear vanished. The fear of his mind, the fear that he had, it vanished. His fear was vanished and he started flying up and down, to and fro, here and there. Sometimes downwards, sometimes upward. And all the members of his family, they were praising. They were praising him. Yes, very good. Yes, you can try. And he started flapping. And he, after that, after some time, he landed on the sea. At last, he landed on the sea. He was feeling, he was realizing that his legs were sinking into the water. But when the water, when his belly, stomach came on the level of the sea, water, he stayed stable. Okay? And he was feeling relaxed. He relaxed. During that time, all the members of his family, they were praising him. Yes, yes, try to fly again. Open your wings. Yes, come on, come on, come on. And at last, he made his first flight. At last, he made his first flight. Right now, he was not fearing. He could fly due to great efforts, due to willpower. At last, when he believed himself, when he ready for that, he tried, and after that he succeeded. He made his first flight. Dear students, in this chapter, the writer describes about the willpower. We have to vanish. We have to make out the fear inside, the inside fear, the fear that we have inside. No, we always believe ourselves. We always try to do the best. Never think negative. Always be positive. I can and I will. Okay? It means at first in this story, the young bird hesitant. Hesitation. After that, trial. Make errors. But at last, finally, got success. Okay? It means we should always try to accept the challenge. We always try to accept the challenge. Everything will be easy. You can make everything very easy if you have great efforts, if you have willpower. Okay? So this is a very inspiring story, and I know that you read the story and you always try to know what is the theme of the story. Okay, thank you very much.